All right, so here we are at our fourth Stop, Notice, Notice signpost. And this one is called, as you can see, Words of the Wiser. And this one is pretty basic, pretty simple and straightforward. It's about giving advice. And we've all had this happen to us in our regular lives where, our mom tells us, if you can't say anything nice, then don't say anything at all. Or one that my mom was pretty famous for saying was haste makes waste. And when I was younger, gotta be honest, I wasn't really paying attention to these words of the wiser of hers. And so I can remember one night where it was in the summer because the weather was really, really great and I wanted to go outside and play basketball or skateboard or do some roller hockey. I can't quite remember what I wanted to do, but I wanted to go outside after dinner. And my mom said, it's fine, but you're responsible for clearing the dinner table. And so I wanted to get out there as quick as possible. So I just started stacking, all the different plates and dinner dishes on one giant stack. So I just had to make one trip over to the sink, where the washing machine was. And sure enough, it was too big, too heavy a stack. I kind of stumbled and I broke a whole ton of dishes. And this is where, again, my mom's words of haste makes waste came into play, and this is where I really understood them. Because in my haste, in my hurry to go outside and play, to do the thing I wanted to do, I made a massive waste of things. In this case, I wasted the dishes. I wasted my money because I had to pay for those dishes because I hurried. It was my fault. And I wasted my time because I didn't accomplish the task that my parents had set for me, and so I wasn't able to go outside and play because I was hasty. So haste in this case made waste. And authors are very much like this from time to time. They include scenes where some wise words are shared with a character, and we need to be on the lookout for this. This is a signpost that shows up often in books and in film and movies and TV shows and things like that. So when you notice a wiser character, they're usually older, say, but when you notice a wiser older character offering serious advice to a main character, then you want to note it and ask yourself, what is the life lesson and how might it affect the main character? So it's a two-parter. You don't just want to identify the life lesson, you want to think about how the character might be affected. And when you do this, when you start coming up with answers, whatever that lesson is, it's likely to be a theme, one of those big picture, big idea messages that the author is trying to get across in the story. So again, just to kind of recap, these words of the wiser right here, if you're noticing it's a signpost. So when you notice a wiser or older character kind of taking a main character off to the side or something, it's usually a smaller, more intimate moment. If they're giving that kind of advice, note it, but also make sure to stop and ask yourself the anchor question, what's the life lesson and how might it affect the character? And that's kind of a brief little recap of our fourth Words of the Wiser signpost, and I'll see you for the next one.